Hello. So maybe you're on mute. You're on mute. Hello. Am I audible? Sir, you're on mute maybe. Hello. You are on mute. Hello.
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute, huh?
Yeah.
You're telling me I'm on mute and I'm getting here something else. Your audio is coming very less, so I'm worried about your audio. Okay, so make sure your volume is high and you speak into the microphone so that I can catch your sound. It's coming very low these days. We're going to do a read aloud, okay?
Yes.
You know where reading loudly will help you? Can you tell me?
Yes, it's helped me.
Where will it help you?
Uh, Pronunciation, then uh, uh, grammar, and when should take pause and when not. The
Okay, that's really great. So many things it's gonna help you, right? So let's get into it and read aloud. Oh, there it's the wrong one, I think. Let's just get into this one first. Yeah, there it is. So can you read from there whatever it is on the screen? I'll make
yes.
it bigger for you first.
Attention seekers.
Right.
Boy, old man. I think I have a problem. Old man. Tell me, what what is troubling you? Boy, when I am in a group of people, I feel uncomfortable. I hesitate to speak. I feel disturbed. The others do not give me much importance. This affect this affects my mood very negatively, and after a while I cannot participate at all. Old man, I see. Your self-confidence is not high yet. I can suggest some exercises. It is not easy, but if you persist, you are going to see results. 6 months later, boy, old man, it worked. Old man, really? What happened? Boy, now whenever I am amongst the people, I can talk and participate without any problem. People pay attention to me. I did it. Old man, you really have improved very much. Boy, now that I have acquired self confidence, what else do I need to do? Old man, keep doing the same exercises. Boy, but why? I don't have this problem anymore. I am cured. Old man, when you reach the level where you can be amongst the people who will pay no attention to you and you can still be self confident, that is when you will be cured.
Interesting one. So what do you understand from the last line? What does it mean? Any idea?
You still
So from
means
the last,
from
yeah,
the
last
last
line.
line, yes, I got that if if no one will pay attention to you and still you have confidence, then at that time you are cured.
Yeah, so sometimes you think that you have accomplished a task, but you cannot be completely sure of it unless you do it over and over again. Learning a language is a similar fashion, you know, and that's exactly what we're doing here. We do it over and over again until we become totally perfect in it. That's what he's trying to implement here. That's what he's trying to suggest. That's fine. Let's go ahead and read one more. You already read quite fantastically. You have good pauses. Show me more over here.
So, who are you and who do you aspire to be? A young woman went to her mother and told her about her life and how things were so hard for her. She did not know how she was going to make it and wanted to give up. She was tired of fighting and struggling. It seemed as one problem was solved, the new one grew. New one grew, and often everything she tried seemed to make things worse or have no effect. Her mother took her to the kitchen. She filled three pots with water and placed each on high fire. Soon the pots came to boil. In the first, she placed carrots. In the second, she placed eggs. And in third, she placed ground coffee beans. She let them sit and boil without saying a word. In about 20 minutes, she turned off the burners. She fished the carrots up. She fished the carrots out and placed them in a bowl. She picked the eggs out and placed them in a bowl. Then she lad,
Ladle,
lid, how
ladle.
ladle. So meaning that the meaning of ladle.
Then she, took out and lay down the coffee, placed it in a bowl. Okay, like laying it down, like spreading it around, almost like
Okay.
spreading it. Okay,
Okay.
continue from there. Then
Ladle.
she
Okay. Ladle the coffee out and pick it about.
placed it.
Sorry. Placed it in a bowl. Turning to her daughter, she asked, "Tell me, what do you see? Carrots, eggs, and coffee?" She replied. Her mother brought her closer and asked her to fill the carrots.
Asked her. The
Asked,
some must come.
asked her to fill the carrots. She did and noted that they were soft.
They were.
Oh, they were soft. Noted that they were soft. The mother then asked the daughter to take an egg and break it. After pulling off the shell, she observed the hard boiled egg. Finally, the mother asked her to sip the coffee. The daughter smiled as she tasted its rich aroma. The daughter then asked, "What does this mean, mother?" Her mother explained that each of these objects had faced the same adversity. Boiling water, each reacted differently. The carrot went in a strong, hard, and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to the boiling water, it softened and became a weak. The
Became.
became the weak. The egg had been fragile. Its thin outer shell had protected its liquid interior, but after sitting through the boiling water, its inside became hardened. The
Became.
gr- inside became the hardened. The ground coffee beans were unique. However, after they were in,
There are, however, here, read from here. However,
however, hardened, there is
first line, however,
where it is
however, after they were in the boiling water, read from there.
I'm not getting where is
It's
that
the
line?
first line. Not getting it? This
No.
one. However,
Okay.
that's where you were.
However, right. However, after they were in the boiling water, they had changed the water. Which are you? She asked her daughter. When adversity knocks on your door, how do you respond? Are you carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? Think of this. Which am I? Am I a carrot that seems strong, strong, but with pain and adversity, do I wilt, do I wilt and become a soft and lose my strength? Am I the egg that starts with mal- malleable heart but changes with the heat? Did I have fluid spirit, but after death, a a breakup, a financial hardship, or some other trial? Have I become hardened and stiff? Does my shell look the same, but on the inside, am I bitter and tough, or feeling helpless, or just waiting for something to happen with a stiff spirit and hardened
Art.
heart? Or am I the coffee bean? The bean actually changes the hot water, the very circumstances that bring the pain. When the water gets hot, it releases the fragrance and flavor. If you are like the bean, when things are at their worst, you get better and change the situation around you. When the hour, when the hour, when the heart, when the heart is the darkest and trials are their greatest.
Trials.
Trials are their greatest. Do you elevate yourself to another level? How do you handle adversity?
It's a very interesting topic. So, any idea what they're talking about in this?
Yes, struggle and how to react with situation.
Yeah, they're saying that this mother gave her daughter three things: carrot, coffee beans, and egg,
With
which is with a shell. Put them in the boiling water, which is the adversity that they're going to face. Adversity means change and stiffness and like toughness. Okay, something which is not good for them. But you know, they're boiled. And what happens? The carrot becomes soft. As much as it was stiff, after putting it in the boiling water, it just becomes soft. As you know it very well, it becomes totally a consumable kind of thing. Whereas you put the egg, which was already vulnerable without its shell, but in the shell, it was pretty much fine. It had liquid in it. If it got broken, it would have come out. But then it was boiled. The inside became a little bit hardened, but it's still a different thing as compared to the coffee bean. When we put in the coffee bean, what happened is actually the water changed completely. The hot water got flavor in it, the hot water got fragrance in it, actually aroma from it, nice smell from it, pleasant smell of the coffee, and it changed the color of the water coffee, and it made it really tasty, powerful. So it changed the circumstances it was put in. Therefore, which do you think in life you want to be? A carrot, like a carrot, or like a boiled egg, or like that coffee bean? Which one would you want to be? Can you tell me? Particularly in the situation of your English language, which one do you think you would want to be?
coffee
Uh,
bean,
Can you guess?
coffee bean.
Coffee bean, yeah, because it actually changes the water. It actually gives you a pleasant aroma. It actually changes the adversity it is put in and gives you a flamboyant result, which you kind of like very much. very good feeling. So what this really means is that no matter how hard test we are put in, so many people and so many things are put into a hard test, but the ones that think of themselves like coffee beans that are, simple to look, that turn out to be the best of the flavor because they just change what is changing them so that they become better with it. So when you're learning the language, you are becoming a part of the language system. And therefore, you are changing everything for your own benefit. You become better with it. Good enough. That's good. But I want you to read one more one. So you can see it is asking you the question, are you a carrot, an egg, or a coffee bean? Definitely, I'm a coffee bean. And I definitely like coffee. So I would definitely choose a coffee bean anyway.
Right.
Let's read one more.
Celebrate flaws and differences. An elderly Chinese woman had two large pots, each hung on the ends of a pole which she carried across her neck. One of the pots had a crack in it while the other pot was perfect and always delivered a full portion of water. At the end of the long walk from the stream to the
Long
house,
walks.
long walks from the stream to the house, the cracked pot arrived only half full. For a full 2 years, this went on daily, with the woman bringing home only 1.5 pots of water. Of course, the perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, but the poor cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection and miserable that it could only do half of what it had been made to do. After 2 years of what it received to be
See,
perceived, after 2 years of what it perceived to be bitter failure, it spoke to the woman one day by the stream. I am ashamed of myself because this crack in my side causes water to leak out all the way back to your house. The old woman smiled. Did you notice that there are flowers on your side of the path, but not on the other pot side? That's because I have always known about your flaw. So I planted flower seeds on your side of the path. And every day while we walk back, you water them. For 2 years, I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate the table. Without you being just the way you are, there would not be this beauty to grace the house. Each of us has our own unique flaw, but it's the cracks and flaws we each have that make our lives together so very interesting and rewarding. You have just got to take each person for what they are and look for good in them. So, all of my crackpot friends, have a great day and remember to smell the flowers on your side of the path. Don't forget the crackpot that sent it to you.
basically, that is just saying we all have flaws, we all make mistakes, we all are born to produce some sort of errors. Okay, there is no man that is perfect, there is no man that does not make a mistake.
Right.
In fact, there is a very good saying in English, to err is human. You know that very well. What is an error? In computer terms, you know what is an error. So we
Right.
humans also, we err. You know, we make lots of mistakes. To err is human, but to get over with it and continue life and look forward to something good in it, that is more superior for human than anything else. So we should
Right.
all be together at all time and be good to each other. Nice
Yes.
one. Your reading is kind of like perfect, with a word here and there. but it's a little bit slower, uh, which is good enough for now. But you want to make it more perfect, keep on reading lots of materials like magazines and stuff. Let's go and do something else. This time we're doing grammar. Okay. Before I start the grammar, and I have, oh, what happened to our file here? Nothing. All right. I'm just going to type a new one. Wait a minute. Why should I type a new one? We do have an ongoing one, right?
Yes.
Maybe we can just open that. I don't think it's opening it. That's funny. I'm clicking it, but it's not working. So
Documents. It should be
documents?
right. It should be.
No, there's something wrong with it.
This may be something wrong.
All right,
Documents.
let's go back. Try one more time. Oh, there we are. It worked finally. Strange things happen. All these we have done the last times. Today we're going to focus on another aspect of it. Now we're going to look at helping verb coming in the front, and we're going to make sentences with have and have got, as well as has and has got. Okay, so in this we will start with our helping verb, or should we say subject first? I think we should say subject first. Wait a minute. First of all, I should make the table. We should say subject, then our helping verb right here, then our object right there. That same table format works best. Now we are using what we call I, we, etc. Did I write them all for you? Yes. Yes.
We, they.
Yeah.
But
And the helping verb will be what? Have,
yes, have.
or you can use have got, and whatever the object is. Pencils, whatever. But when it comes to he, she, and it, the same third person singular, which we have been doing all this time, do you think we can make the same line?
No, now it's become has. Helping
Now
verb
we have
is
to write has. And for have got,
has got.
has got. Perfect. So has got cars or car, whatever you want to write. So that's what we're going to learn about. So you're pretty much well aware of it. And of course, there's the negative part of it, which is has not got, etc., etc. Let's go jump straight into the grammar book and take a look at it, because there's no need of sitting there since you're quite aware of that. Now, this one, right? You're gonna read it. What this unit says, Delaf.
Have got, has got.
Yeah. Now, read me this ice ice cream lines that she's thinking about, or he's thinking about.
I have an ice cream. I have got an ice cream. I have got an ice cream.
Yeah. It should be I have an ice cream, as you said. I have got an ice cream. And a little bit stress on got. I have got an ice cream. Or I've got an ice cream. This one's real short. This is where you were off track. This one was okay, okay, or good, okay. And this one was sounding just like this. So change this, speak again.
I have got an ice cream.
Okay, you're speaking the full length. I've got, I've got. So it's like I've got an ice cream.
Have
So
got an ice cream.
you can practice that on your own. But of course, you're on the right track. If you don't know how to pronounce any contraction, just pronounce it like the long form until one day you are able to get this one.
Right.
But when we're not talking about, but when we're talking about the third person information, you can see that all the haves and the have gots have changed completely with a has. So read this line.
He has an ice cream.
Hmm? This
He
one.
has he has an ice cream. He has got an ice cream. Has got an ice cream.
Yeah. So this one, I really don't recommend you remembering like this one. The reason is this contraction does not mix with anybody else. So it's straightforward saying I've got an ice cream. But this one mixes with his. So I don't really recommend it. Whenever you get this, you just speak this. He has got an ice cream. Until
Right.
you are 100% successful and sure that this is a short form or contraction of he has, not a contraction of he is, then you can also pronounce this one. Actually, this one is pronounced that he is. He's got an ice cream. He's got an ice cream. See the way I'm doing it? He's
Yes.
got an
Yes.
ice cream. It's almost sounding like he is. Now I'll do the he is one also just to show you the wrong one. He's got an ice cream. So he's got an ice cream. So this one is like going higher in tone and that one is going lower in tone. As you can see, these ones can cause a problem for a new person
Right.
or unless you're totally perfect in it. So what you're going to do is you're going to forget about this. Whenever you encounter this for has, you speak like this. Whenever you encounter this for is, you speak his, he or his or his. That will be better for you. Do you
Right.
agree?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, definitely it will be better. So let's look at the positive sentences, negative sentence, as well as the questions with the have and the has. First, read me this line.
Positive sentence. Have got. I have smartphone. I have a
Right.
smartphone. I
Hey,
have
negative
got.
one.
Okay. I haven't got a smartphone. Have
Okay,
I got a smartphone?
right. So the question for this just formed like that, regular thing, no difference. And the negative is there. Of course, in the negative, you have to remember that there can be contractions also. So these ones also you can learn to pronounce. I haven't got a smart. I have, also you can substitute this one and read it from here. I have not got a smartphone. Okay, perfect.
I,
Let's do this
then
one.
we have the passes. We have got the passes. We haven't got the passes.
Do this also.
We have not got the passes.
Okay, great.
Have we got the passes?
Right. Here we go.
You have a camera. You have got a camera. You haven't got a camera. Have you got a camera?
You don't get confused. These are not questions. Only this one is the question. These ones are just statements. They're already telling, hey, you have a camera. It's like reminding, you have got a camera. Why are you going back? You've got a camera. Take that one. It's not using it. Or why aren't you taking pictures? You've got a camera. Hey, you haven't got a camera? Oh, use mine. Don't worry. I'll send you the pictures. But this one is totally a question. Have you got a camera? Do you have a camera? I want to have your camera for a minute or so. All right, read this one.
They have an MBA degree. They have got an MBA degree. They haven't got an MBA degree. Have they got an MBA degree?
Okay. Next ones, I want you to get a good feeling of them at home by repeating them and learning from them. This one,
Ravi has a cabin. Ravi has got a cabin. Ravi hasn't got a cabin.
okay.
Ravi has not got a cabin. Has Ravi got a cabin? Juhi has a laptop. Juhi has got a laptop. Juhi hasn't got a laptop. Has Juhi got a laptop? It has a Bluetooth. It has got a Bluetooth. It hasn't got a Bluetooth. Has it got a Bluetooth?
Okay. They're telling you that in positive sentence, God is optional, but in negative sentence and questions, God is compulsory. Notice that God is there here all the time, whereas it's not there, sometimes here and sometimes there. Has it got Bluetooth? Has Juhi got a lot? You can't say has Juhi a laptop. It is incorrect English. Okay.
Yes.
So these are the sentences, and this is the way has and have got is done. I think you're pretty much aware of it. Do you have any questions regarding these?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay, if you have, you can still ask me later. Now, this is already what we have looked at. So we're gonna go here, and here are the short forms. Please, 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 by all means, go through the short forms. In fact, I'm going to make you read them and know the difference of the pronunciation. Pronunciation is number one issue of the time. So read this for me.
Short forms positive. I have got. Have got.
I've got, I've got.
Got. Have got.
Yeah. You just read it like as if you're reading half, but you're only reading half of half, which is the right hand side half. So it becomes I've got, I've got, I have got, I've got, I have got, I've got, I have got. See my tone? The same
Yes.
thing you can practice at home, or you can practice right now. Okay, next one.
You have got. You. You have got. Have.
Just say half of this word. You've got, you've got,
You got. You got. Okay.
you've got.
You got. You
Yeah.
got.
And you can speak slower until you become faster and perfect in it. Like you can say like this, you've got, you've got, you've got, you've got. So this is like just verb, you've got, nothing like have. Whereas this one is total word. You have got, you have got, you've got, you've got. This is super important. All of these, I want you to practice again and again at home until your pronunciation becomes perfect in both of them. And there's a great deal of difference in them also. Yet they are 100% understandable, never matching with anything else over here. Otherwise, that's a problem. So you will do that, right?
Yes.
Right. There are negatives also. Read this one.
I have not got. I haven't got.
Yeah, you can see the negative contraction is much easier because the full word have comes in it. This one.
You have not got. You haven't got.
Okay, come back here.
They have got. They've got.
Whoa, you're getting better. Next.
They have not got. They haven't got. We have got. We've got.
Very good.
We have not got. We haven't got. He has got. He's got. He has not got. He hasn't got. She has got. She's got. She has not got.
You said this one wrong. Say
She's.
that again.
She's got. She has
It's
got.
not she is. It's not she is. It's a
She's.
short form. That's why I
She's got.
said don't use it.
And
Just,
she has got.
just yeah, say the full word, but only in quick succession. She has got. She's got. She has got. Or just pronounce the as. She has got. Okay? Do it again. Pronounce this.
She. She has got. She has got.
Right. Much better.
She has not got. She hasn't got. It has got. It has got.
It has got.
It has got.
Yeah.
It has not got. It hasn't got.
Okay. So this is basically where you will face problem. Make sure you do them. The negatives are not at all a problem for you. Okay, now what does it say here?
Note and negative and questions. We can also use do, does. They don't have a pantry in their office. They haven't got a pantry in their office.
Yeah, the meaning of these is both turning out to be almost the same. They haven't got a pen. This is what they don't have.
Right.
One is a little bit harsher than the other, and the other one is politer, but they pretty much mean and point the same thing. That's normal. We also do that in our own languages, so it's going to be like that. Read this one.
They don't have a. He doesn't have a four-wheeler. He hasn't got a four-wheeler. Does Seema have a sport shoes? Has
Sports
Seema
shoes.
sports shoes? Has Seema got sports shoes? Do we have enough cash? Have we got enough cash?
Yeah, this is a reminder to you that we did do does in the same way is have and has over here, also in the question forms. And this. So overall, good exercise. I want you to do this thing at home also and do an exercise that is associated with it, which I will send you. But first, maybe you can just tell me what's in the picture. So it says here, observe the picture carefully, write details about Purvi and yourself. There is Purvi right here. There's a passport in India. There's a cell phone kind of thing. And she's saying, this is my passport and my mobile phone. Brother is there. And this one and this one. You've got to use these words to make a sentence. You think you can do that? Yes, I think you can do that.
Yes. This is my yes. I'll do that.
Sorry?
Yes, yes. I will do that.
Yeah, definitely you will do that one. So now that we're done with grammar, what I want you to do is go through a short revision test today, okay?
Okay.
Which is going to be based on all the units that we have done till date, which is up to unit 8, I've got, has got, right? I'm just going to jump back straight to unit 1. And from there, I'm going to put up a simple question to you. Don't worry, in the grammar, I'm going to show you what I'm asking for, then give you an example, and then quickly ask you to do it, one of those. You've already done these things, okay? Okay, so here we have. You remember the short forms on the top it's saying, yeah? This
Yes.
is the correct short form of things, is already shown. Now, this is
Yes.
the word. Give me the short form, speak it now.
It's not.
It's not, perfect. All right. Uh, you're supposed to use the right helping verb and rewrite the sentence. An example is given.
Yes.
She, a doctor, you can see a helping verb is missing in there. So put in she is a doctor.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you to do this one for me, putting in a helping verb in somewhere.
Rita is a chess champion. Rita is a chess champion of her own town. Of her town.
Very good. What about this one?
It's very cold in Shimla in winter.
Right. And you use the contraction also. Fine. Let's just do one more from here also. So you just have to fill in the blanks here. Okay, we can skip this one. We're going to come to this one. It says using am, is, or are, write positive or negative sentences to fill in the boxes. Right? You're only allowed to use these 3 helping verbs. An example is given. I am late and I'm not late. Both are mentioned Either the positive is given, you mention the negative, or the negative is given, you mention the positive. You know what to do. So I'm going to ask you to do this one. The negative is given with a positive line.
You are sleepy.
Right. Now, give me this one.
They are in the conference room. They are not in the conference room.
And with this one, we go straight to unit 2. Okay, that one we've also done just now. So remember the WH questions? There are 7 of them. What, when, where, how, which, when, okay, all of those. So you can use any of those words here to make a question. The answer is already given for you. For example, here, how many members are there in your family? Answer is there just for information. You don't even need it actually. We are 4 members. The correct words here would be how many members are there. Sometimes you may have to look at the answer, so be careful. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this one.
This time much better. Are you better now? How are you?
No, are you better
No.
now?
Are you better now is right.
Are you better now is definitely right. But here we have to use the WH question types. That
Which
one
one?
really got you, huh?
I'm thinking. WS question. Don't
Yeah,
think
it's not
carefully.
gonna work. I can see that.
How are you better now? No. Are you better now?
You're there, you're almost there. Remember, they use something in between how to complete the sentence. Can you try that?
Are you feeling better now? Are you better now?
Are you
No.
better now is already given to you, but that
Yes,
is not
yes.
the question.
How
We
are
want
you
to,
now?
yeah, we want you to use the one of those.
Oh,
Okay, so this one's a little tricky one. Actually, you can just say, how much are? How much are you better now?
okay. How much are you better now? Right.
Then the person replies, yes, I am much better than before. It's kind of weird question and
Yes.
answer, but how much and your are you better now is perfectly there. Only how much is added before it, just to cause a little bit of confusion in your mind.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, now do this one, number 8.
Because
Again, you have to use
why it
when,
is
where, what, why,
why
how,
it is so important.
why it, but it is already written there. So if you say why it is, then it will become why it is it so important. It is incorrect. Make it proper. You're on the right track. Make it proper.
Why
Yeah, I heard you say that.
why it why this it
Why is it? That's it. Why is?
why is it so important? Yes.
Yeah, why is it so important? So be careful the way you are saying it. It is not why it is so important. It is why is it so
Right.
important? When we ask the question, the is comes before, the it comes after it, not vice versa.
Right.
Okay? That is to make statement, but for questions, it changes, the helping verb changes. You can go back and look at your grammar. Why is it so important is the right way to put the question. Here, so you can know that you do have some problems with the question types, learn it on your own. Okay, it's these ones are going to be easy for you, I think. But still, I'm going to give you one. You just have to write the shortcut way of the answer, or speak it. Says, are you a graduate? Yes, I am, or no, I am not. Whatever you say,
Yes.
okay? Whether you are or you're not. So you do this one for me. Are your feet numb? What's the answer?
No, it's not.
That's not right.
No, they are not.
No, they're not. Right, you got it. So take it easy. Don't rush. Slow and steady wins the game. Not only in grammar, but also in the language. Once you're perfect in it, then you can go pretty much faster in it. This one is, I think, too easy for you. So skip that. Go to the next exercise. 3. All right. The words are already given for you here. Coordinate has already been used as an example. Ravi is coordinating the entire event. I am going to ask you to do one. Do this.
Sunita and I are analyzing the impact of inflation.
Okay, very good. And you even changed it to analyzing. Very nice. You follow the rules up there. So that's very important. You should know which one there. You can't just do grammar without the rules and without an example. Don't fall into that trap. It is basically not going to produce the result. Oh, sorry, jump that too fast. Yeah, that's just true sentences, negative sentences. Okay, this would be too easy for you. Still, I'm going to ask you. You have to use the ing form, okay?
Yes.
Either positive or negative.
She is chatting on mobile phone.
But you also have to look at the picture.
Okay.
She's really not chatting on the
No,
mobile.
yes, right. She's not chatting on mobile phone.
Now you have to use short form.
She isn't chatting on mobile phone.
That's right. That's there. Look at this example. She is serving them snacks. The word is already given there. You have to use an ing form and any other helping verb that's required for the positive or negative sentence. Let's do this one.
Harsh lost his key. He is he's searching for them.
Yeah, he is searching for her. Let's go to the next one. Um, Now, since you have a problem with the questions, I'm going to stop here. This girl is asking the question to this one. This one has answered with this. Using these words, guess what her question is? Tell me.
What are you watching?
Hey, what are you watching? I'm watching a travel show. That's it. Here's another example. Why are you driving so recklessly? You can see all those words were used to make the question. Now you're going to make another question here. Do this one.
What are you preparing for dinner?
Oh, perfect. Getting there. Okay, this one's just a short answer. So do this one.
Is the sun shining? No, it's not.
Okay, right. Number 5. We are getting to our day today, which is 8, I guess. Now, looking at the picture above here, it says use any of these verbs, and use has already been used. Rita uses the pressure cooker, you can see, to save time and energy. So we're going to focus on this person here, and you're going to answer this one. Use these words.
Nitin, yes, Nitin reads in the library for 2 hours every day.
Very nice. How about this one also?
Mr. and Miss
Next picture.
Roy often dine at the Italian restaurant.
Okay, dine at the Italian restaurant. Now, here, this is another big problem that you guys face. They don't know which word order to use. So that's very important. You can see the words are meshed up in here. And the correct form to make sentence would be water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So I'm going to give you one to do that also. And yours is this one, right? The last
Chetna speaks 4 languages.
one. Yeah, that's it. Now here, put the verb in the right form and write the sentence like this one. The train usually arrives on time. You can see all the words are used, and arrive has been changed to arrives.
Right.
Okay, so do this one.
Sachin, Sachin often plays.
Yeah,
Sachin often cleans his car on
Saturdays.
Saturdays.
Okay, perfect. These are also similar and easy, so jump it. This is our next exercise. It says here, write negative sentence. I eat junk food. And with he, it will become he doesn't eat junk food. Okay,
Right.
so let's do this one.
You drink tea. Dr. Sima doesn't drink tea.
Right. Always think before you leap. It's fantastic. Do this one.
This shop doesn't offer heavy
Discounts.
discounts.
Next one.
Tara's Dhaba doesn't serve Thai cuisine.
Right. I didn't show you the example. It show you. Here's the line and the resulting negative or positive response. She doesn't socialize using the word which is in the brackets. So we'll go for this one, number 7, please.
A cup of 7.
Yes, number 7.
A cup of coffee is sweet because of sugar. Plain coffee tastes bitter.
No, they want you to use a verb in it with taste. Taste will come, but before taste, like look here, socialize is there. So socialize is there also. But before socialize, there is a verb. You can use the verb here.
Plain coffee do taste better.
Hmm? No,
Do taste better. Tastes better.
no. How will it work in the sentence? Plain coffee do taste better. Does it make sense?
No.
So make it negative. Try negative.
Plain coffee doesn't taste better.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. Person is saying a cup of coffee is sweet because of sugar. The other line is saying plain coffee doesn't taste bitter. It's plain, so it's not going to be that bitter. It's not going to
Yes.
be.
I haven't
Yeah.
tasted.
Okay, try this one. Our professor is strict. You have to use allow word here.
Our professor is strict. He doesn't allow latecomers.
Easy for you. Okay. Now, I always think in English, or I never, I don't very often use any of these words to make the sentence. Okay. This is all about yourself. So it's all obviously going to start with I. Do number 5.
I always complete. I always.
Hmm?
I always complete home assignment.
Okay, very good. Now try using this one in the same line.
I very often complete home assignments.
Well, in your first case, I can say I always complete home assignments when I get the time. That's
That's
better,
right.
better for you, right?
Right,
Sometimes
right.
you can miss it.
Sometimes
Actually, you've missed only one, not so many. So it's not that bad. Let's do this one also. The question requires do or does. We just did this the last time, I think. So I read newspaper, and Raj, does Raj read newspaper? There's a question mark, so you make sure you put the question line only. Do this one.
I love coconut water and Kim's mother
Fill it.
does
The
love
question.
yes and Kim's mother does
Right.
does Kim's mother love coconut water?
The question. So you can see Kim's questions and you can see Raj's answers. One of them is, what do you do? I hang out with like-minded people. Now, to this one is already the answer number 5. So you do the question.
Yes, yes,
Use the words above or the verbs that are shown.
yes, yes.
And change the form of the verb. What will come here? No idea?
Is he?
Sorry?
Do,
This
he?
this word,
Yes, yes.
which
Do
form?
he?
Does
Does he? Does he? Go? Does he go on Saturday?
yeah,
Okay.
does he go on Saturdays? Yes, very often. She's asking you, does he go on Saturdays? Yes, very often. It's a lot of times he does. Okay, so you were not very familiar with this one. So I'm gonna do one more here. Do this one, number 6.
When do you have? When do you?
This one is done. Done. Do this.
When do you?
Only use those words which are there.
When do you go for vacations?
Yeah. And here,
We usually go in winter.
we usually go in winter. It's very simple. Okay. Since we have just done this last time, so I'm gonna, actually we're out of time. So this is
Yes.
your test for today, but still I'm going to ask you to do it very quickly just to test whether you've got this one. Now, completing these sentences either with have or has got, or have not, or has not got. Do number 3 here.
Karan did not get a promotion. He he has not.
Yes, sorry,
He hasn't got
an increment.
an
Right?
increment in salary.
Yeah, so he has not got. Should have used full form because that's what they're requiring. You are on the right track, my friend. This exercise will come to you also today. Make sure you do it. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So I think you learned a lot. We're out of time. I'll see you tomorrow, same time.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Take care. Bye then.
Okay. Bye. Bye.